Alright, what is up everyone? Multi-Apples here, bringing another live stream on Twitch and video on YouTube. Should be uploaded to YouTube soon. Hopefully hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. It's currently 2:50 p.m. on September 9th, 2020, or September 3rd, 2024 actually. September 3rd. My bad. September 3rd. Alright, we're playing the NHL 24 and we're doing the Be a Pro mode. So I'm in my second season with the Dallas Stars. I'm in my second season overall, my first with the Dallas Stars. I played my rookie year with the San Jose Sharks in the Be a Pro mode. Come on, yes! No! Oh, what happened? So it looked like it was in the little restricted area. I'm not sure what it's called. Not sure if it's called goalie interference or what the proper terminology for that is. So if anyone's familiar with the hockey terminology, let me know. Because I actually don't know. I know why. It's because he went into that little blue restricted area where only the goalie is supposed to be. I'm not sure what the penalty is called or the reason is the proper terminology behind it is called. So. All right. Bear with me. Oh man. Lost possession. We're playing the Ottawa Senators, by the way. I should have passed there. I think we have to come off the bench now. So we're down 1-0 now. That's just a bad pass. That's not where I wanted the pass to go, but okay. Bear with me. Alright, and Ottawa has possession of the puck now. This is a home game for us. I mentioned in previous YouTube videos on my YouTube channel that I've been to 2 NHL games, and both of them are at the American Airlines Center to see the Dallas Stars play. There is no professional hockey team in the U.S. state I live in. Whether it be minor or major, none at the professional level. Let's go ahead and pass. Fortunately, we couldn't get the puck. And a goal was scored. We're now down 2-0. All right. Shoots. Another missed shot. I should have passed. We've won most of our games this season, in the Be a Pro mode. We're just on like a 4 or 5 game losing streak. And if the score stands, it will continue. Ah, shoot. We're offside now. We have to get back onside. What kind of shot was that? That was not a good shot. And we got hit there hard. And we have to come off to the bench now. Let's see. Still no goal scored for us. And Ottawa scored 2 goals, so that's not good. That's not a good shot by me. Got some drinks and I got some Diet Coke. And I got some Diet Pepsi as well. There we go. Finally we scored. That was a good goal. We just need to score one more time to actually tie the game. That's our 35th goal of the year. That would have been a bad shot had he shot from there. Ah, shoot, we couldn't get it past the goalie. Can I have a little bit of my Diet Coke? First, let's get back onto defense. Just don't know why he didn't shoot instead of passing it. Oh, that was a good defense. That was a good offensive maneuver. I mean, not defense. No, hockey, the NHL season should be starting soon. I think it starts next month, if I remember. Both the NBA and NHL start around the same time. Both in October, I believe. At least the regular season. That was not a good shot on my part. Should have passed. Ah, that's going to be icing. Oh, I just realized it's tied up at 2 now. That's good. So we're actually second on the team in points. I think we're ninth in the league overall in points for this season. For those of you that don't know, what qualifies as a point is either a goal or an assist. That's the way the NHL recognizes it. I'm not sure about other hockey leagues, but there we go. That was a bad pass, though. I actually would like to go to another NHL game. I haven't been to. I haven't been to one. I've been to two, as I mentioned earlier in the stream. But the main issue is that I don't live. I live near a team. I like the closest team actually to the city I live in is the Dallas Stars, and they're in a completely different state. And that's a good 4.5 hour drive just to drive there to a game. Uh-oh. I'm gonna lose this fight. Nope, I won the fight. That's a first. Thankfully, no goals were scored against us. Unfortunately, we couldn't score a goal. Our team. And I got a penalty. Yeah, anyway, where I was saying before I got interrupted by the fight. I would love to go to NHL games, but one it would essentially just to go to one game would require me to take a day out of a schedule, which I actually don't mind. It's just one, I can't drive. Two, I don't have the money, and three, I'm actually in university, so if I had the time, money, and actually, if I could, I would actually go to an NHL game. Pass. Ah, shoot, we lost possession. I was just about to shoot it as well. Oh, one of the Ottawa players got a penalty. Claude Giroux, I think is his name. So. Alright. Just realized I wasn't talking, sorry about that. Shoot, we lost possession there as well, and the power play ended. Couldn't take advantage of the power play. Yeah, I tried passing because I thought that would have been a good idea. I should have shot it there. I should have passed earlier, but I should have shot there. What kind of pass was that? It was not a good pass. Granted, I should have went to the puck, but I didn't know. I had stopped because I thought they were actually going to come up and not pass. That's why I stopped. I get the puck so the goalie wouldn't have to. Ah. Right to the goalie. That was just a bad shot. So far so good. That's a bad shot. Oh, that's good. That is good. It's a good thing he dived when I missed my shot or didn't properly press the shooting button. Because that way that allowed our teammate to actually score. Oh, it all happened so fast, but thankfully our teammate did what I couldn't do. And that's score. Shoot, I tried hitting him. Actually have an NHL jersey, a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey, and I have a Seattle Kraken sweater. It's too warm to wear both of those. It was still summer weather despite it being September. I usually don't consider, at least growing up, I didn't really consider September to be a part of summer. Summer for me usually began in maybe whenever school ended in late May, and it ended in the end of August, the last day of August. It lasted for me was from June to August. Is what I usually consider summer. Even if it's not technically summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. I wanted another goal, so that's why I asked for the puck. We put this out of reach now. Now, one of the good advantages of the empty net system is that you have an extra person on the attack and an extra person to help score. The disadvantage is right there is when you're on defense, you have no one in the net to protect you. And I was able to take advantage of that. Goal number 36 for me on the season. Yep, it's gonna end in a victory for us. I ain't complaining though. Am I sure I'm gonna quit the game? Yes, I'm sure. Alright, we got 2 goals in that game. Ah, shoot. Yeah, I did not mean to go in to ask for a trade. Yeah, I do not want to get traded. I need to click on the milestone tracker, actually. Excuse me, so... 93 goals and 55 assists, so... That's pretty good if you ask me. Oh yeah, that's right. They don't really show us the Oh yeah, they do. Okay, I don't know why I didn't find it last. I'm sure my full career stats. So I have 93 goals, 55 assists for a total of 148 points in 118 games. So I'm averaging more than a point a game, but less than a goal or assist a game. We have two game winning goals this season. 10 in our career. We have 5 power play goals. We actually have 11 power play points. So we're averaging more time on the ice this season, but because we played more games, because the season isn't over yet, we have more minutes played in our rookie season. But the way it's panning out is we'll finish with more minutes played this season than we would last season, unless we get injured. Let's go ahead and simulate, and we can play against the Colorado Avalanche. We had 3 points against the Senators. 2 goals, 1 assist. Not bad. We scored half our team's goals actually in that game. "27 wins, 14 losses, 4 overtime losses." Say, just from reading the stats, like the win-loss record, it's kind of weird the way the NHL does it, but that's just my opinion. It's different. Different isn't always bad. And we gave up a goal there. But it is different though. Excuse me for burping. Ah, shoot, I was offside. Second game of the stream, so. Alright. We lost possession though. It's not good. We're gonna have to come off the bench. We're gonna have to come off to the bench now. Nope, never mind. We have possession. We have possession. So I did not realize I was offside until just then. It's not who I wanted to pass to. But okay. So we'll have to make another come from behind victory for this game. I love getting empty net goals because that's the easiest, obviously the easiest way to score. I'm surprised I scored when they had the goalie in the net, though defending. Because I've never really been. I liked hockey games. I've just never really been good at shooting. I know that's the main way to win. The only way to win is outscore your opponents, but I've just never really been good at shooting, so. Like when I first started playing hockey games, several years ago. Like I played them few and far between as a child when I first started playing sports games, but I would often get penalties. I was not very good at hockey games. I've actually improved, so I'm just surprised I've improved. Now, the one sports game I can never really seem to master are golf games. As we get an assist for our teammate there. Ah, nearly had it. Both times. There, finally, third time's the charm. So I know I've at least like improved in some aspects in when I played ice hockey games. Same with baseball games. Granted, I really haven't improved in any aspect in MLB 2K, but with MLB The Show, I've actually improved a lot when it came to pitching compared to when I first started playing. I was not very good at pitching. And basketball games, I always enjoyed, and football games, because American football, I just didn't really understand American football when I first started playing, so it's pretty much just every sports game in some aspect except for hockey. And maybe the EA Sports UFC series. Because at least with EA Sports MMA, I knew how to properly fight in terms of playing that game. Dang it, we allowed a goal. But growing up, basketball and soccer were like the two sports that I knew that I understood because like both my parents. I mentioned this in a previous video. Both my parents come from countries where basketball is not basketball. Sorry, both my parents come from a country where soccer is insanely popular. I grew up in the U.S., but soccer's not. It's more popular than it's ever been now, but it wasn't really popular when I was growing up, like a decade and a half ago, when I was a teenager and a kid. But I understood the game because my parents understood the game and they enjoyed soccer. And basketball because I played basketball. Man, we nearly had it there. But yeah, I live in the state of Arkansas, and ice hockey is not popular here. It's practically non-existent as a sport. Like, I know the University of Arkansas has a hockey team. Not like NCAA, we have like a club hockey team, and I didn't even know that until a few years ago, actually. Like 1 or 2 years ago that the University of Arkansas had it. That's how, like, that goes to show how much ice hockey is not that popular here in the state. We used to actually have a minor league ice hockey team, but that's for like 4 years, but I think they mainly, like, it's no longer an active team, I think, due to low attendance. We had like 1 or 2 teams in the minor leagues affiliated with an NHL team, but I may have said we've never had a professional major sports team here in Arkansas. I stand corrected because we actually had one former Major League Baseball team here. The Little Rock Grays. So now we don't have any in the major league, in any of the 4 major sports leagues, or obviously the Canadian Football League, and in addition to the Canadian Football League and Major League Soccer. Rugby is, like, soccer's grown a lot here, but rugby's starting to grow as well. Rugby union, I should say. Not rugby league, rugby union. It's tied up it soon. So yeah, like the main sports that are popular here are American football. Like at least at every level is American football, basketball, then basketball and baseball as well. I'd say American football is probably the most popular sport here in the state of Arkansas. And then like basketball is popular amongst the younger generation, more popular than baseball amongst the younger generation. But I think that baseball is more popular amongst the older generation than basketball, or at least baseball is. But yeah, football, American football is the number one most popular sport. We have to come off the bench now. No, we don't? Yes, we do. Okay, if we can get up, I can help my team on offense. Never mind, I can't help my team on offense. Alright, so it's still tied up at 2. Actually, I mentioned earlier the Dallas Stars are the closest team to where I live. The second closest is actually Nashville Predators. And then St. Louis should be the third in terms of the NHL. And then probably Chicago. Now, the closest NBA team to the city I live in is actually the Memphis Grizzlies for NBA. For Major League Soccer, it's actually not St. Louis, it's FC Dallas in Frisco, Texas. And then for the NFL and NBA, or NBA, it's Memphis, but for the NFL and Major League Baseball, it's the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL and the Texas Rangers in the Major League Baseball. Now, I need to see which is closer because they're both more or less roughly 4.5 hours. So it's, for NBA, could it be either Dallas, the Dallas Mavericks, or the Oklahoma City Thunder, depending on the distance. So they both to go from where I live to Oklahoma City and to Dallas is about 4.5 hours. So I have to see. So I actually need to see which is closer as well, Tulsa or Dallas, because that will determine the closest WNBA team. So yeah, if I want to go to a major sports league game, a professional sports game, I actually have to leave the state. Oh, we were hit there. But we are up by 2, so I really cannot complain. It is a 5-on-4 power play now. Full 2 minutes. And we're up by 3, actually. So we are up by 3. I don't know what to talk about actually. Class has been going on pretty well. I struggled a little bit in my anatomy and physiology lab, but figured out what to do, what I was doing wrong in that with the assignments last week. Should have passed a lot sooner than I actually did. That's a bad pass. So, math is pretty good. I just make too many careless... The thing about math is when I know how to do my work, I still struggle, but that's because I make too many careless mistakes instead of taking my time. Science, for me, is just... It's been a long time since I've had a biology class or done anything remotely biology related. So, there we go. As our team scored another goal. Or had a class biology related. So, I was never really the best biology student. So, just remembering a lot of studying. So, I know what I need to do in order to get a good grade and remember everything. It's just the amount of time. I'm sure every college student actually says this, but the amount of time it takes to do your work is something I'm not a fan of. It's a pain in the butt, but there's not really much I can do about it. And we still haven't scored. I may have scored one of the goals, I don't really remember. I've been talking so much. And I was scored in the first game, but no thanks to me, our team is in the lead right now, so. Man, if we give up a 4-point lead, that'd be a disaster. That would be really bad. Not be a fan of that, so. Again, right to the goalie. Watched Bash in Berlin this past Saturday. Good pay-per-view. Well, thought they could have added 1 or 2 more matches. I would have liked them to have added WWE to add 1 or 2 matches, but even if they're just filler matches, still. And then NXT No Mercy I watched on Sunday as well. And that was a very fun watch. That was the better of the 2 pay-per-views in my opinion. Despite it having 1 fewer match than Bash in Berlin for WWE. The heck? That was odd. Okay. I had to get up at 6. I had to get up at like 6 in the morning, not 6:30 in the morning. So here's me complaining. To get up to go to a doctor's appointment. So I'm a bit sleepy, so I'm not gonna stream as much as I like to today. So. Probably good. This is probably gonna be my last game, so I like to get a quick nap in before I actually start studying, because I know for actually I did all of my math homework, and I wrapped it up several of my math homeworks several days before it was actually due, because my math was actually due on the 1st. If I remember correctly, I finished it like on Thursday, I think. Thursday or Friday, if I remember correctly. And for my lab, I actually finished it during the weekend as well. For my science, my anatomy and physiology class. And then my anatomy and physiology class, I have a test, I think next week or the week after. And it's over 3 chapters. And I have done pretty much all of chapter 1, and I'd say a good 90 to 97% of chapter 2 of the textbook we're using, and I still have to do all of chapter 3. So I only have one, because yesterday was Labor Day, I only have one class. So this week. And that is tomorrow, so. The good news is that with the things that are going to be on the test for science, I've literally will wrap up chapter 2 and revising, or other than revising for chapter 1 and most of chapter 2, I will literally know for a fact I'll be done studying chapter 2 and learning everything that's on the test today. Literally today. Unless something comes up to where I can't study, and I don't see that happening, I literally should be finishing chapter 2 today, and that just leave me to revise chapter 1 and 2 and to actually study or learn chapter 3. So that's going to be it for the stream. I'm going to take a nap for about an hour, quick power nap, then review chapters 1 and most of what I learned in chapter 2, finish chapter 2, and then have dinner, and then review it all again. So yeah, deuces.